What's up, Joko? Working today, working.
Man, Susan Butthole.
What's up, y'all? I'm gonna try to read the chat on my other phone. So, what's up, really? I don't know why it won't let me go to live chat for some reason. Won't let me go to live chat, and only let me go to top chat. So, if I miss you, I miss you. Sorry. Melissa, welcome in. Doing some work, y'all. You know, doing my thing. Like I said, if I miss you guys, what's up, Heather? Damn, where you been, girl? Yin Yang, what's up? Oh, where you been, Yin Yang? I haven't seen you in a while. Shit. Like I said, I'm gonna try to watch the chat on my other phone and keep on working. But, we'll be going up in the attic here in a minute. Yeah, Tomatillos, I'm running electric, man. That's what I do, bro. Everybody thinks I'm a tow truck driver. That's just what I used to do. Not what I do anymore. You guys laughing because it sounds like I'm talking to myself?
No.
Fuck you guys.
We're making fun of you.
Don't make fun of me, man. You hurt my feelings. Yeah, man, I'm just running some
in front of all your viewers.
switch legs for some lights in his kitchen. Well, what'll be a kitchen? Get up there. Stay there. Okay. Then you see why I had the mask on. See all that insulation falling out? I don't want to be breathing all that in. Yeah, keep it down. I'm doing my YouTube. How the hell do I go to? Ah, live chat. There we go. On there. Something. Heather.
Talking to my girlfriend on OnlyFans. Talking to my fiance on OnlyFans.
All right, top deals, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on these cats over here.
Somebody quick was up.
But I
Somebody
don't know
posted
why.
up. He was talking to some kid.
It won't let it
On my other phone,
It
he's
won't let me
like,
click top chat for
this
some
dude
reason.
said he talked about he's been with his girlfriend for fucking.
I gotta run up in the attic, so
Person, and
be right back.
they were engaged, they were supposed to get married in a couple of months. But it was some big old fat dude, and he had like fucking mashed potatoes all over his fucking chest and stuff, but he didn't have no shirt on. And he was always laughing in front of the computer, and I said, this is his girlfriend in reality.
And there was that NFL football player that got catfished by that.
Tranny or something?
Well, it was he was going through gender identification surgery. They fought for like years and years, she would never meet him. Then she fucking had one of her friends or her alter ego call and say that she committed suicide. I think I've never seen that. Maybe I watched the documentary about it. Crazy how this died. Crazy how this. Who lives in the top like that, he
Thanks, Heather, for letting everybody know what's going on. I'm gonna move y'all closer. About to put these boxes in. You know what I should do? Let's see if I change the. What's up, Havoc? Maybe if I flip the camera around. This still got a good picture? There we go. As long as it's still got a good picture, we're good shape. Yeah, video. Yeah, that's a bunch of holes. So if y'all don't know nothing about these are called remodel boxes, see? If you don't know anything about them, see they have flaps on the sides here? That's what holds it on the sheetrock right there, those flaps. But if you know anything about these, they're plastic and they're molded plastic, so you have to make your own, how do I want to say? You have to make your own threads on these wings, and a lot of people fuck up and they put them in the ceiling or whatever, and then they try to screw the screws and then they strip the screws out. But this is a pro tip from a pro. What you do before you put the box in, take the flap, you hold it with 2 fingers like this, and then you hold it, and then you screw it, and then you loosen it back up. And if you do that, you won't have the problem, see? And then the threads are made in that plastic, in that molded plastic. Yeah, I know, Heather. It's all right. But that's how you do it. If you guys want to know, that's exactly how you do it. Because if you don't, like I said, you'll put it up in the ceiling, and then you'll try to screw those screws in, and you'll strip the shit out of them. Trust me, been there, done that. Then you just put the box in, like so. Get your drill. And then take the 3 holes. And because they still have to finish this house with the sheetrock and they gotta finish the sheetrock, they gotta finish the painting and all that before I come back and put the lights up. So, Banana Anna. Wow. I thought you forgot who I was. I'm just saying. Bananer. But so when they get done with the sheetrock paint and all that, then I'll come back and put the lights up. So that way they don't have to paint around the lights, tape up all the lights and all that. It's a pain in the ass for the painters and all that. I don't know, seems like it sometimes. Yeah, I miss you too, girl. Shit. What's up, ATL? You guys are just following me on my work. See, this is easy shit. This right here is easy shit. But if you stick with me long enough, I'm gonna get to some, I'm gonna take apart the circuit and whatnot and have you guys watch me do that. Cause I gotta run another wire. I'm adding a switch and adding the light.
Like everywhere you look, you just see mud smearing on the fucking
What's up, Black Man Audits? I see you.
Yeah, first time you're trying to take all this shit out,
The ladder is right.
everywhere you look, you just see fucking like imperfections in drywall, fucking sand.
you guys are the new ones coming in, and you guys are wondering why I'm wearing a mask, this is why. See all that insulation falling? Nasty ass shit. I don't wanna breathe all that today. So. And this freaking little gator mask I got on isn't really gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna do shit. It's not. It wasn't designed for that.
Even fucking
It was designed
harder than doing a knockdown.
just to be like that.
Way harder.
I don't know. Fuck, I don't. Hard telling. But anyway, it wasn't designed to, it's not like, you know, the hospital mask or nothing. It's really thin and easy to go in. What's up, unindoctrinated?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty thin, so I mean, it's not gonna block a whole lot of bullshit in here. And no, you can look, there's no blue line on there. I know someone's gonna say something. It's a gray camo, but with the American flag, there's no blue line on there. There's no blue line, there's no blue line. Just to let everybody know, cause I know some fucking troll or something. You don't see no blue line, bitch. You need to get to work. Why you watching me and not working, AC? See how I said that? I said some troll will show up and say there's a blue line and then AC shows up. I'm just saying. AC shows up and says he sees the blue line. Well, that's good. It's lunchtime, so everybody can watch while they're sitting there eating lunch. I know, brother. Stick around, you learn how to do some electric. It's not on the back, dude. You're crazy as shit. Ain't no blue line on it. I wouldn't be wearing it if it was. What the hell did I do? And then see, I got flaps in there for the wire. I just usually just put a screwdriver in there and bend it down a little bit. Just enough to get the wire started. And you just put the wire in the hole where I just bent those things a little bit, like that. Like that. Grab it from the inside. Pull it in. You gotta push these flaps up though and make sure they're to the side. And then put the box up. Get your drill. Boom. 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 Done. Fold the wires in, and these wires won't get hot. So, let's see, I'll show you. So, none of these wires won't get hot unless I hook that box right there up. The one I'm pointing to right there. If I hook that wires up in that box, they will get hot, but I also, to do that, I also had to hook this switch up, with the switch isn't hooked up. So none of that stuff can get hot. That's why I'm just folding it back in and putting it in the box. So no one can get hurt. There's the sheet rockers and the mud guys and the painters and all that, which in this house, the sheet rocker, the mud guy, the painter, the carpenter, they're all the same people. The only two different people in this whole job site was me as the electrician and a plumber. But the two-man crew that's running this job, buddy of mine, he does everything. He does he does electric too, He just
The
doesn't have
two-guy
time.
crew, not the two-man crew.
He does electric. He was my apprentice at one time, believe it or not. And I taught him electric. He does electric himself. It's just he doesn't have the time because he's doing everything else to do the electric. So he called me and it was like, hey, you want this job? It's a whole house. And I was like, shit, yeah. Let's go. Show me the money, son. Is that a little cocked a little bit? Is that straight or is it cocked? You guys. Somebody tell me. I think it's cocked. It looks cocked. So I'm using the, share this out. I don't know if he's watching. I know he's out and about today because I talked to him on the phone. But I'm using the tripod. I got a tripod monopod. It's a tripod and a monopod mix. That my good friend, NC Tyrant Hunter, he bought me for Christmas, believe it or not. He just bought it for me for Christmas, sent it through Amazon, straight to my house. He said, hey, you got a package coming from Amazon. In a couple of days, it showed up. I opened it, called him on the phone. I was like, wow, dude. And he's like, Merry Christmas, brother. So, and he bitches at me because he tells me he hasn't seen me out using it. So if anybody wants to call Jeff, let him know. Heather, call Jeff. Let him know I'm live. He is out and about because I just talked to him a little bit ago. Tell him I'm live. That way he can come over here and he can see I'm using his monopod so he leaves me alone. Just saying. What's up, Ricky? Ricky! Ha! You text him? Yeah, he's out. Where the hell did he tell me? I know he had a meet with his lawyer, but then they canceled on him this morning. And then then I think he's at one of his CB buddies' house. I think he went to one of his CB. I think he went to his tech guy's house. His CB tech guy, because he had something. He had to ask him something, what he had to do something. I don't know. You know how he is with that CB shit. He be on that. Yeah. And I know Tapatio's left. But, you know, I actually got this idea from Tapatio's, watching him one day. So I always want to give Tapatio's, copwatch his props. Watching him one day painting. And I was like, man, I go live every now and then. And I'm thinking about starting another channel. That's kind of why I'm telling you, walking you guys through all this. Like these blue boxes here. What's up, old Ghost Eagle? But that's why I'm walking you through, trying to tell you this. And then, like I said, if you guys stick around, when I get done putting these boxes in, I'm going to actually open this switch up, pull another wire down to add a light in a room that they made. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the drill's too loud. I'll do it away from the camera a little bit further than next time. But stick around. I'm going to pull this box apart, and I'm going to show you how you pull it apart and how you add a switch and all that. So I'm thinking about starting another channel, but it's going to be all my electrical shit. Just not nothing to do with 1A or nothing like that. It's going to be all my electrical stuff, but I'm not going to go live, or I'll go live on it, but I'm going to take like this live and I'll edit it down and make a video to put onto that channel. So it's still in the infant stages, but that's what I'm thinking. So that's kind of why I went live today, so I could get some content. And I'm going to do it more often. I don't know if I'll go live all the time. I may just static record it all and then edit it. But I figured I ain't been live in a while. Ain't talked to everybody in a while, so I figured fuck it, go live today. Right? Right. And I was listening to some music, and I turned it off because I didn't want to, if I do post this video, I don't want to get a damn strike. What's up, Howard County? And these, if you don't know, see these right here? These are what we call climbs. Whoa, whoa. I mean, that'd be just my luck if I start a new channel and I like edit this video down and I had my music playing in the background. Then first thing I would do, first fucking video, I'd get a strike. That would probably be my luck. But who let me? And when I get to this, I'll explain this. Once I get all these boxes in, and I get to the last two boxes, I'm gonna explain to you why I did what I did. Yeah, no, I know Farlap had he got a second channel or something now, right? He's got a backup channel. I was lurking in the chat. I wasn't really talking, and I seen and they were dropping Farlap's backup, so I hit it and I subscribed to it and watched a video and all that real quick. Yeah, Heather, if you got Farlap's second channel, yeah, Marvel Man. If you guys drop the link in there because some of these people don't know Heather, and so they can subscribe. And I'm gonna show you these. I'm gonna show you these lights. I'll show you these lights too that are gonna go in here because you're probably all wondering like what kind of lights are they gonna put there, right? With 8 holes like that. Well, I'm gonna show you these lights. So if you guys watch my video, that one live that I did where I was hanging all the lights, that live that's the same kind of lights that are going to go in here. They look like recess lights or what people call can lights, but they're not. They're just flush mount, and you can put them anywhere. So if you got a light in your house, like in a closet or something like that, and it's some ugly, old light you don't like, you can go buy one of these. They're like, when you buy them at single price, they're like 20, 21 bucks, I think. Maybe not even that much. But you buy them, and then you just hook them up. You take down an old light, hook them up, and it's modern, it looks modern. Flush, it's flush mount light up against the ceiling. And they just wire in just like a regular light. Now, if you put actual recessed cans in your house, then you'll be spending a lot of money. The recessed cans, to buy everything that goes with them, the can and all that shit, it's more expensive. Come on. There you go, there you go. Get up there, you biatch. Oh, this one wants to play with me. Screws all want to keep falling down. Okay, there we go. look at my glasses, I don't know if you can see them, they're all fogged up. So anybody that went through COVID and has glasses, what's up, Jeff? Look, I'm using the tripod. I had Heather give you a call or let you know I was live because I'm using a tripod. See, look, watch. No hands. It's coming in handy. Handy dandy. Put some remodel boxes in. Oops, let me step away. Melissa Stedman said that was loud, so my bad. Get in there. Okay. Okay. So now I'm about to teach some more real quick here. All right. So look, got this thing. What's up, Farlap? Farlap in the house, y'all. Farlap, hang on. Farlap. Here, Farlap, you're blue now, brother. You should be. Type something in the chat. Yeah, there you go, man. So anyways, what I was going to say is, so this is what we call in the business, this is a pancake box. What's up, Judd? The mod god's in the house. Welcome in, Judd. So this is what we call a pancake in the business. Pancake box. See how thin it is? So in this instance, all right, I don't know if you could see, I'm going to take you up there. See if I can get you up there without fucking shit up. Sorry about everything moving, y'all. So, if you look inside this box, once I get you in there, see the wood stud right here? So we hit a stud on this one, right? So in that case, you have to use a pancake. Now you're wondering, anybody that knows anything, you're wondering why there's only one wire there and only one wire there. Well, so what I had to do, and I'll show you. Let me get you set back down in a good spot. I'll explain it. Okay, there we go. So this box here is where my wire comes from the switch here, okay? We call that a switch leg. Switch leg. It comes from the switch to the box, and then it starts jumping. But because I ran into a stud down there on those two lights, but they're in the center. And when you have these pancake boxes, the reason why they only have one wire is because you see how thin that is? So if you put two sets of wires in there and try to tie them together and then run the light and all that, you have a hard time getting it to mount flush against the sheetrock. So what I did is I ran a wire, since this is a deep box, I ran a wire from here over to here to get this, so it'll get this row hot here. And then I ran a wire, and I'm gonna come stand by him from here to here, from that box to this box, and then it cost me a little bit more wire, but I had to do it this way so when it comes to running the light, it'll be easier because I'll be able to get the light to set flush a lot easier. So I ran a wire from here, I bypassed this one, and ran it to this box, the very end one. And then I brought a wire onto this end box, here to there, and that's where it ends. Same way on that side. It does the same exact thing on that side. So that's why I did it. It costs you a little bit more in wire, but trust me, the headache of going back and trying to put that, going back and trying to get that, get two sets of wires put together and then wire the light and then getting it to flush up against the sheetrock with wire nuts and shit, it's the biggest pain in the ass in the world. So, what you do, you come up here and you take one of these, figure out where your stud's at, figure out the best way to put this box, boom, boom, and then I'm going to show you this. So this box has these little knockouts, see? Call those knockouts. You figure out which one the best one is that you got, and then you take, well, I take a screwdriver. Usually on these knockout boxes you get from Home Depot, they already got a gap in them. So I just push it a little bit with the flathead, and then stick the flathead screwdriver in there and push it down like that inside the box. See how it's folded out inside the box like that? And then you grab your Klein electrician tools, and you grab your Kleins, grab onto it, and you just twist it a little bit, and bada boom, bada bing. And it looks like a quarter, or a dime, or a nickel, or something. And then you get rid of it. And I'm gonna show you what we use. Because you don't just stick, here's the biggest no-no. See that hole? I don't just go back up there. Yeah, see? Yeah, see, you loved it. I only like it because I work for myself. If I had to work for anybody else, Havoc, I'd be done with it, just saying. But, so you don't just put this box up here and just run the wire in. That's what a lot of homeowners will do. They'll throw this box up in there and they'll just run this wire. Well, there's sharp edges in here and stuff. And if anybody knows anything about electricity and wire, when it gets a load on it, it moves. You may not be able to see it with the eye, but it moves. It does move. The wires will move. That's why they staple wires, all that stuff, in walls and in attics and all that, because the stuff moves. So you don't just mount this box up there and just run the wire down through that little hole, because it'll move and it'll take, and the insulation around the wiring over time will cut until it cuts into the hot wire, and then boom, you got a short there, okay? Now I'm gonna show you what we do. So we got two options. You see this? This is a metal, this is a connector. This is a Romex connector, right? It's metal. Let me take my gloves off because I know it's hard for me to hold it and move it around. So this one's missing a screw because I'm not going to use it. So this is a Romex metal connector. It's got little two, there's another screw supposed to be here, but this one's missing it. It's probably over in my tote there. But that's how you put the wire through the hole there, and then you tighten those two screws up to hold the wire. This little castle nut right here, that's what I call that. So you put this, usually when you're doing it, you put it in there like that, and then you put the castle nut on here, and then you tighten the castle nut down, okay, till it's tight. Now you can use one of these. I don't like using them unless I don't know, I just don't like using them, especially just doing lights anyways. So we'll just move on. Now this is what we're gonna use. So this is a plastic bushing, okay, connector. You just pop that in there, pops right in there. I usually, when I'm putting number 12 in there, after I get it in there, my screwdriver in there and put a little bit, because number 12 is really hard to get in there sometimes. But you open the hole up like that, and then you just fish the wire down. See, this is a bushing. So there's no sharp edges for the wire to cut through in the arc on metal. That's what you want. Why I steal the screws? Because I had a screw. I needed a screw. Just saying. I gotta go grab a couple sheetrock screws though. Tyrant, where's the sheetrock screws at? Where you put them? I know there's no one right here. Okay, I'm coming back. I'm back. So, we got a little bushing in there. So I'm using sheetrock screws because we're not outside or nothing, so we don't need no galvanized or nothing like that, stainless or anything. It's inside the kitchen. Sheetrock screws going in the wood, they hold really well. So and these lights right here, they're not gonna have, they don't take out, how do I want to say it? They're not heavy. So I mean, if you was trying to put something heavy up there, which I don't know what the rating on one of those boxes are, but if you was trying to put something heavy, you'd want to put some lags in it, which I've done that. They actually, and a lot of people don't know this, but they actually make a pancake box for ceiling fans. Everybody thinks you can just buy one of them metal ones and they're for a ceiling fan, but they're not. And you'll get flagged by an inspector over them. They'll make you put the ceiling fan boxes in because those aren't rated to hold a ceiling fan. And when you put ceiling fan, when you have to put a metal box like that, a pancake in for a ceiling fan, you have to lag that sumbitch to a stud. And they give you, you got to put some big, nice, thick lag bolts in it. No little sheetrock screws that won't hold a fan. Because the fan's always moving, so when you got the fan on, it's always taking that bracket and it's trying to move it up there. You may not see it, but it's moving it. It's got an electric motor that's turning, so it's trying to move that all the time. I know it looked like I was dancing, right? Yeah, like that. But Ceiling fan sold yesterday, out of style fire starter. I don't even know how to take that, show me. I don't know where you get out of style. You must live somewhere where it's cold. I live in Texas. Ceiling fans are never going to go out of style in Texas, because if you ain't got ceiling fans in Texas, you're fucked. Just saying. I can almost, in my truck, yeah, right? Attic fan. Yeah. If you, that won't work here, man. It gets too freaking hot here, I'm telling you. Just ask NC Tyrant Hunter, he's in the chat. He'll tell you how hot it gets here. He knows, he was here in the dead of the summer. There we go. Did that change? Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm trying to straighten this up. Get it level. Born in Louisiana, so you know, man, like, yeah, come on, man. Summertime, man, you got, even if you got AC, even if you got central air in the house, it's still a motherfucker. I thrive in the heat too. I'm from Ohio. I love the heat. That's why I moved down here. But, I mean, I'm in attics. You might have grew up in Louisiana, but Louisiana ain't got shit. You come over here to Texas with me in central Texas and crawl into an attic when it's 110 out and it's 150 in the attic and work in the attic as an electrician. Ain't got shit on that, I guarantee that. Hell yeah. So anyways, let me get to putting this other box in so I can move on to the next thing. I'm sitting here talking too goddamn much. I'm not going to show you guys me opening this hole and putting the bushing in. I'm just going to do it and get it done. You guys all seen it in the first one. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh, there's that. Hello there, who? Who's in the chat? Melissa. What's up, George? Welcome in. I see you, brother. So next what we're gonna do, what we're fixing to do. All right, here we go. Man, thanks everybody for coming around too. So, okay, so I'm gonna explain this to you. So this was the original door that went to the garage that we just came out of, right? So what they did is, you see, they built a wall here. So now where this wood is, there's gonna be a door here to the garage. This is gonna be the laundry room, which you can't see. Here, let me see if I can turn it around. Okay, see? So this is the laundry room now. This used to be the garage. But they built this wall in here and all that. And you see this panel? Just saying. Showing my work. That's what I did. I put this panel in. I ran all that wire right there to this panel. Nice clean. I don't have the cover off, but you can see it's clean. So anyways, so the moral to this story is that that light switch right there that's inside this laundry room, okay, that light switch right there controls the garage door. But being how, let me spin around so maybe you can see it better. See, it's in that room, and right here is going to be a door now. That door will be gone. This door, there'll be a door here to go in the garage. So the garage door light is right there. It's going to be actually inside the house now for that garage door, or for the garage right there. So what I am going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to cut this out as a 2-gang. I'm going to get up there, and I'm going to put a hole right there and put a box there. And I'm going to run a wire from that box down to this 2-gang, and I'm going to make this a 2-gang switch. So we have a switch for the garage light, and we have a switch for this interior light. So you'll still have to come out and reach into the laundry room to turn the garage light on. But it was that, or move it, and the guy just didn't want to move it. He just thought it was okay. He just thought it was fine. He didn't care that the garage light was going to still be here. He didn't want me to move it onto this wall over here, you know, on the other side. So we're just going to leave it there, and we're going to add a switch, put a box. I've already checked it. There's enough space in there. Put a 2-gang box. And I'm actually going to have you guys watch me do all that. So be prepared. That's what we're going to do. But I need to go get more light in this room for you and me. So give me a second. Where's my extension? Oh, he rolled it back up? Cool. Alright, so also, all you people that go to Home Depot, see this light? I bought this light and put a cord on the end, a cord on it. I bought this light at Home Depot, found it in the clearance. So if you go to Home Depot a lot and you don't go to the clearance aisle, you're a fool. Always go to the clearance aisle, check. I think I paid $9 for this LED light, and I use it on construction sites now. $9. And look, I'm about to show you. Let me flip this back around. Come on, flip around, suck wide. There we go. All right. Now you guys remember we were just in this room and it was dark. Yeah, look how much light's in here now. That's good, that light. I'm telling you. It's a good light. Man, why does this thing always want to do that to me? I don't get it. So. Oh, right now I don't need this fucking damn mask on, but. So the first thing we need to do is take this off. Okay. I'm gonna pull this switch. Now I'm gonna show you guys another. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see what I'm doing, or do I need to move it over here? Is that better right there? Yeah, okay. One of these days I'm gonna buy it. I need like a GoPro. I should have like a GoPro with a chest mount. That would probably work better when I'm doing this. Maybe I'll do that one of these days. Alright. So, there we go. So I got the switch out. See, making sure it's not touching nothing. Let me see if you guys can see. There we go. There you go. Alright. So obviously I don't even have to check. This one right here is the hot, because it's got more than one coming in. So if you know anything about a switch, you don't never hook the neutrals up. You hook all the neutrals together, which are the white ones. Okay? All the white ones are hooked together. And I'm going to show you what you do. We're going to turn the power on, because we got to open that box up. So give me a second. Okay, so we're going to do some circuit tracing, and I'll put the link or I'll actually put Klein Tools when I make the video, and I'll put Klein Tools as link in the description. But this is a Klein Tools, this is a circuit tracer, what we call a circuit tracer. And you plug this into the outlet, and then I'll show you what happens. This one here, this is like $50, okay? To buy. You can buy this at Home Depot. Any homeowner can buy this, whatever, at Home Depot. That's not what I use. Unfortunately, I have an Ideal, which these are a little bit better made. That, what I just showed you before, that's like $50. This is like $150 to $200 for this set, just these two. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to carefully take this wire nut off, which is the hot. Drop that, because them wire nuts are junk after you take them off. I hate these wire nuts, and they're old. Okay, so this comes with, or you can buy these pigtails. See, it looks like a outlet on the end there. What you do is you plug this part of it in, like this. Alright, let me set the bag down here. Okay, so these have rubber ends on them. They're just alligator clips. Clip one on the hot and one on the neutral. And if you look, see, it's got a little red light, so that's telling you it's working, right? Okay, now this part, see this part right here? Okay, this part, go to the panel, the electrical panel. This part, it's got a switch on it. Turn it on. See, it's got a red light. No water. hear that and you see the red light's gone, then you go like that. And then you go back over to here. You go back over to your workpiece, and then you look, and it's still on, and you go, oh crap, what happened? So you go turn it back on, because it ain't always right. So that's good that it showed you guys that. They're not always dead on every time. They're just a helpful thing. So now it's saying this one here. So we'll shut that one off. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look, and guess what? Bada boom, bang, it's off now. So, that's off now. So you unhook this, you unhook that. Okay? You're done with all that. Now your breaker's off. So there's no power. Now what you should do is you should I don't recommend these for everybody. They call these the Widowmaker. Some people call them. We call them tickers. You can buy these at your local Home Depot. They're like $16. And you hit the button, you turn it on, it's green. Okay? This is just to let you know if there's voltage inside this box. There's voltage. Now if you see, like I'll show you, so that way you know. See, it's dinging and it went red. I don't know if you guys can see the red or not. But it's dinging and went red. So that's hot. So there's voltage there, right? So you come back and you recheck this. Check it to make sure you had your tester on it, your tester over there. Shut the breaker off. I must have the panel door. So it's off. I just use this for a real quick reference to make sure there's no other power in this box. No other voltage in this box, and now we know we're safe. So now we can take it apart. Okay? So here they got what they have on this wire here. Let me see if I can. Here we go. Okay. Alright. So if you look, so they have it pigtailed to the switch. We're going to take that first, take that off. Take your climb and you just unscrew it. But remember, you get the pigtail away, but when you come back, these two wires, if they came apart, you need to put these two wires back together. Because that's important, because what that tells me, these two wires together in here, what that tells me is that the hot comes in and then the hot goes somewhere else. So it could go to an outlet or something like that. Now we don't have to take the neutral off right now. We just, and this just tells you the date of this switch. I mean, look, a straight head screwdriver only. So this switch is every bit of 15 years old plus. And I would probably say this is probably close to being the original switch of this house, which is 1970s. I want to say, so damn thing's as old as me. But so that's that. This is what we call the switch leg. That's nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck these back in for a second. We'll pull them back out, but I'm going to show you. I should have had all this stuff ready to go, but I got to get the parts stuff. Alright, so I'm back. Alright, here we go. So, in the electrician industry, this is what we call, this is a single gang box. Single gang, one gang, whatever you want to call it, okay? single gang box. This here is a 2-gang Ruby model. See, you can put 2 devices in here. Outlet, switch, switch, whichever, blah, blah, blah. I'm not fond of this one. This is a real deep box. My buddy in there got it. He must have bought it at Lowe's. I don't know why he goes to Lowe's. But the easiest way I found to do these is it's pretty simple, okay? So what you do is you just line the old box up. That's why I tucked those wires. Remember I said I was tucking those wires in? You just line the side line, the top line up like that. And if you line them up, usually it'll be straight. I mean, you could put a level. I got a small that sometimes I put on here, but it's most likely going to be straight. So on this side of the sheetrock, you take and you go like that and go like that, okay? And then you can fill this in by hand. I usually don't because I just do it with the sheetrock saw. I mean, it doesn't really matter, okay? And that way you guys can see it. It looks kind of cockeyed the way it is because it's the way the camera's looking at it. Alright, so I have this new tool. I'm going to go grab it so I show it to you. So, someone just bought me this for Christmas. I'm actually gonna minimize back. Okay, there we go. So someone just actually bought me this for Christmas. It's a multi-tool, oscillating tool, whatever you want to call it. I had been borrowing one for a while, and these things are the most handiest, dandiest freaking tool. I mean, I don't know what I did for years without one of these. So usually I would cut this piece of sheetrock out with this now, since I have this tool, but I'm not going to do it because you guys are here and this thing makes a shit ton of noise and it'll probably be loud and, you know, someone might hurt someone's ears and they'll leave. So, we're not, see how loud it is? We're not going to use it. What I am going to use, and if you do any kind of work like this, this is the one that I suggest. I've tried Milwaukee, DeWalt, the other Klein one. The other Klein one is pretty cool. Milwaukee's halfway decent. But this is Klein. This is another Klein tool, electrician's tool. But this one it's a lock blade. And see, it can lock at an angle like that, which helps in like certain areas where it's tight and all that. Or it locks out, but it folds up. And anybody that has one of these and knows about these, if they're not in a sheath, and they're just one that you just buy that doesn't have a sheath or something, you throw it in your tool bag and it gets caught and ripping your tool bag all up. And that's why I love this thing, because it's got a release back here, and you release it and it locks down, and then this thing don't get all caught up in your tool bag. That's why I love this thing. Pretty awesome. So anyways, so what you do is you just follow the line you mark, get it in there. Boom. Some people hit it with a hammer or their Kleins or whatever. I just hit it with the end of my hand because I got rough hands. Down. Straight line, boom. And then at the bottom of this box, there it is. Sheetrock gone. Now, you're wondering why I didn't take this box out first, right? Okay. I'll show you how much more easy this is. So now, we know the power's gone. All the power's dead in here. So we can pull these out. And you don't want to grab them by the insulation. You grab it by the bare copper. Because if you grab it by the insulation, you have a chance of messing the insulation up. So back in the back of the box, usually, you'll have the ground wires. Sometimes they'll have a wire nut on them. Sometimes they'll have, the older houses that have like a little copper
clamp, that'd be clamped tight. These are just twisted together. So you just take this and you untwist these like so. Always start with the ground because they're always at the back of the box. And what I do is I grab them and give them a little yank, try to pull them straight because it'll be easier when you pull them out the box. So if you look, this wire right here, the switch like had a hook on it. I just take my Klein, straighten it out, grab it, pull it straight. Now, undo the neutrals, and they're twisted together, but you know all these whites go together, so you undo the neutrals, straighten it out, pull it straight, just give it a little snug. You don't have to yank on it, just a nice little snug, and then it straightens them up. Because they've been bent back in that box, so, and trust me, it'll make it easier when you're trying to pull this box out. So I know these two blacks right here. Now, if you get confused, you get confused real easily, I should say, you can take and you can put a piece of red tape and a red tape on here, then you know these two always go together because they're hot, and that'll let you know that that one's the switch light. But I don't get confused that easy. Sure, what are you talking about? You're talking about my thermal? Yeah, I know, man, this thing's getting pretty ratted, but I was crawling in the attic today and I knew I was going to be messing with the sheet, all that nasty ass insulation. So I didn't want to use a better one, so I wanted to use the oldest one I had, right? And you don't have thermals that much here, you know what I mean? It's just a little nippy today. But it's actually warm in this house. The dude's got the heat on because he's doing sheetrock work. So he's got the heat on, so it's actually warm in this house. I'm actually sweating a little bit. But let me go grab my beater and I'll show you something. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so one of my other favorite tools, this is a Klein tools. This is a beater screwdriver. See how it's got a metal end on the end like that? You don't want to just beat on your plastic screwdrivers because you'll snap the plastic. This is a full shank all the way through to that metal end. This is a beater, demolition screwdriver, whatever you want to call it. Let it boom on me. But, so, obviously we know the stud's not here. I guess I should have showed you, figured. I knew there wasn't a stud because I could see the wall on the other side. And I knew where the studs was. So I knew there wasn't a stud this way. But how I usually check them, believe it or not, how I usually check them is like if this, I didn't have chopped this yet. I would have just took, but not this big demo screwdriver. I'd have took one of my screwdrivers and stuck it in between the sheetrock and the box there. And just to see if I hit a stud on this side. And if I didn't, then I would have did the same over here and see if I hit the stud over here. Then if I did, then I knew the stud would have been over here, and then I would have cut the box over this way, okay? But like I said, I know what's on the other side of the wall, so I can see the stud from the other side of the wall. So, anyways, this is a nailing box. There's a nail here and the nail down here. What I do, and this is the reason why I took that other box, this is the reason why I cut this hole to a 2-gang already. Because if you would have cut this, if you wouldn't have cut the hole, you can get this box out, but it's a big pain in the ass. So we know the screwdrivers are on the top, or not the screws, but the nails are on the top. So you get your demo in there, and you get it back, and then you pull away. Then we know this one's on the bottom. And you get down on the bottom and you pull it away. Like that, see? See how easy that is? Now, the other problem you have is getting the wires out. Remember what I told you about having the wires straight? And this is why you straighten wires out. Because it is a pain in the buttocks get the wires out. But, oh, see this wire here, so there's one coming in at the bottom of this box, and it actually comes from the top. So that one's gonna be a real pain in the ass to get out. Yep, 2 gang cut-ins gonna go in here. Well, another problem also is that these nails are fucking digging into my skin, so I'm gonna cut them off. There we go. So that's one set of wires out of it. I'm not reusing this box, Jeff. Okay, so I got the 2 that came out the top out. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Bye-bye. Okay. So 3 wires. So now yep, here Jeff, if you're still watching, 2 gang cut in, flappy box, but I don't like these deep ones. Oh yeah, that's what I just did, cut the nails off the box to get that one out. I wanted to show them how much of a pain in the ass it could be, but yes, you can just cut the nails, but that just helps a little bit. I mean, you still got to fight the wires out. Biggest part is fighting the wires out, getting them out the top of the box. And one of them, all 3 wires come down. So you had 2 coming in from the top, and then 1 that went down behind the box and then came up from the bottom, went like that. So it had a U in it. So I knew that one was going to be a pain in my ass to get out. But now, when you put this 2 gang box in, see, you have more options at the top. So I'll have 4 wires in this box, so it'll have 4 wires. Yeah. Okay. Got it, get it, good. Just cut the nails off and screw it up? Well, I'm not. I'm using a cut-in box, dude. I don't need to cut the nails off. Not putting a nail in there. Putting a cut in. Remodel. I mean, I got the flaps. I just put it in. So I do have to go up in the attic and fish a wire down real quick. So I'm gonna get it all set up before I go up in the attic so I can talk to you guys. And then it'll take me like 2 seconds to fish it down. I already got the hole cut and everything. Okay, I'm back. Here we are. So, I'm going to tie this on before I go up in the attic. Just going to tie this on to, okay, so this is what we call a fish stick. Yeah, fish stick, but I call it a glow stick because it glows in the dark, believe it or not. It's made by Klein too. A lot of the stuff that I use is all Klein stuff. I mean, my power stuff is, my big stuff is Rigid. My little drills are Milwaukee. I have a Milwaukee bandsaw, hand bandsaw. Things like that, but for the hand tools, I use, Klein stuff. Jeff will tell you, Jeff's a Sparky too. He'll tell you, I mean, that's what Klein, that's all they make is electrician tools. They don't make plumbing tools, they don't make mechanics tools, they make electrician's tools. So that's all they've ever done. It's all made in the USA. So I'm a client, when it comes to my hand tools, my electrician hand tools, I go client only. A lot of people from overseas, if anybody from across the pond or whatever is watching, they use a company, oh shit, what's like a German company. It's called, one of them's Nipex and the other one is not Wago, but I think it starts with a W. But them are really good electrician tools, but I mean, like I said, American made, Klein, bada boom, bada bing. But I'm gonna run up in the attic, fish this down the wall real quick. I'll be right back. See, done that easy. Now, in a regular setting, I have an opening on the other side of the wall, so I can actually go over there and get the glow stick. But if this was just a regular setting, look at that. There she is. You just stick your hand in there and that's why we call it fishing. That was an easy fish job because I already had the hole drilled up there from yesterday and all that. I knew exactly which hole it was with exactly which top plate. So it wasn't like I had to go up there and search, and I did all that yesterday. So this is just done there. Okie dokie. Alright, so we got our wire in. So this is just our switch leg for the light up there. Okay? So put that in there. You got to straighten all these out, make sure you get the grounds. What happens a lot of times is, because these are all different lengths usually, the wires, you got 3 wires in each set of wires, and they're usually all different lengths from being cut and whatever, blah blah blah. So you got to make sure when you're feeding them back in, that they you get them all in. So see how that ground popped up right there? Make sure that, and they're all in the right one. If they jump out and go to a different one, it's a pain in the butt. Because you get it all the way in. And you gotta pull these like this. That's the biggest part, is you gotta pull all the wire in. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Pull it in. That's what she said. She said, pull it in. Okay. So. Okay. Get down, bitch. Alright, let's see. Are they all in? Now, remember what I was talking about? I don't like these. This is that deep ass box. This box goes all the way from like sheetrock to sheetrock in a regular studded wall, and I don't like that. I like having some room. I mean, these are nice because they have more space in the back, and if you need a junction wire up, it's nice. Where's my drill? Okay. But I don't need the junction wire. So, and see those flaps. So it's just like just like I was doing those ceiling boxes. Those flaps pull it, you know, hold these, and then the ends of these flaps here hold it. The ends of these flaps here, they hold it against the sheetrock. But them flaps flip up, and then you screw them in, and then it just pulls you against the sheetrock. Now sometimes, like this sheetrock's old sheetrock, and it crumbles real easy, as you can see. It's got that little hole right there, but the cover that little hole. But this shit crumbles easy, so sometimes it's a pain in the ass to work. Now I'm gonna work this switch box. Let me go grab some tools, two more tools real quick. Okie dokie, smoky. Here we go. So first off, you're supposed to have, per the National Electric Code or whatever, you're supposed to have like 6 inches at least from where you stripped it, from where the insulation comes into the box to the end of the conductors, the wires. I have that. This is how I strip it. People do it different ways. Jeff probably did it a different way. Jeff might do it a different way, but this is how I do it. The biggest part about doing it this way is after you strip it, like, well, you got to be careful on not pushing too down hard on the insulation. But after you strip it, you got to make sure you got all the wires up when you go back here to cut it. Because you don't want to cut through. So there it is. Bada boom, bada bing. Done. So what I do is get everything set again. Grab them, try to pull them straight again, like that. Okay. So I separate the grounds. Get all the grounds separated. This is my personal preference. Everybody else, people do it different ways. I'm a person, I always do ground, neutral, hot. That's how I do it. It's just how I do it. It's so I don't forget. If I know I'm see something, then I know I missed it. So that's why I do it the way I do it. So we got 4 grounds in here. Make sure we got all the grounds. Boom, boom, boom. This ground is playing a little short on me. So what I do is I get all the grounds together, grab them with my clients, and get at least 1 twist on them, okay? After I get that twist on them, then I might reset. But that twist holds everything in place for you. And then, come on. Oh, this one wants to fight. And this is how it usually is with the old wire and doing a new box like this. Because the lengths of them are always different. And see, I just put all that stuff together. And then I push the ground in the back of the box. Like that. Boom, boom. Yeah, but the nailing boxes have that little lip at the top. Where the nail goes through, you gotta knock, you gotta cut the nail, you gotta pull the nails out, and you gotta cut those off if you got a regular size hole. it won't come through the sheetrock, or you gotta shave the sheetrock out. So I mean, you really do more work. You might save a couple bucks, but honestly, really, Jeff, you do more work. All right, so now I separate all my neutrals. Boom, boom, boom. 4 neutrals. That neutral there. Strip it. Now, some homeowners, handyman that don't know what they're doing, and actually some electricians do it. I mean, it's all, I guess it all depends on your preference and how you were taught by the journeyman or the whatever, whoever taught you. Sometimes you gotta start these, but I was taught before not just to wire nut stuff together. So I was taught to twist the wires together first. So you get all 4 of these neutrals together. Now, to let you know, there's 2, or there's 3 number 12s in here and a number 14. So alright, let me go grab a wire nut. Now, let me show you. And maybe you can tell. Alright. So these old ass wire nuts right here, shit. Dropped it. Where's my camera at? Over here, yeah, on this side. So these old ass wire nuts, see there's no ribbed, nothing. These things, one use, junk. Can't even use them twice. Like you can't take them off and then put them back on. These are the kind I use. You see how they got the ribs on it there, right there, and all that. These you can take off and put it back on if you're like you had to go on the switch and work on it. I use these. So like I said, this is just a switch box. So all the neutrals get tied together. And then take and push the neutrals to the back of the box. Like that. And now all you have is your hots. And there's your ground right there. Hey, tell what? Oh my God, dude, you're killing me, Smalls. Jesus Christ. Let me find one, damn it. Is that a plant? No, that's a deal. Sometimes I can find sheetrock screws laying around. Jeff is killing me here. Okay, look, Jeff, there you go. Here, I'll put that in the stud for you, Jeff. There. Does that make you feel good? Single poles, man. Both of them would be single poles. Now you definitely know that box ain't coming out. I put a damn screw in it. Somehow this wire got short, real short on me. So, what I'm going to do, let me put these wire nuts down. I got some wire right here. That's why it's always nice to have, that's why it's always nice to have scrap wire laying around, see? Bam. You'll see why. Hell yeah, buddy. We're about to do a pigtail. I don't know, this might be number 10. This is the old wire out the house, some of the wire that I cut away. This might be number 10, I don't want this. I don't want this. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, pigtail. Alright, so got me a scrap piece of wire. On this new Romex like that, if it's new Romex, it was just scrap pieces, but it's new. You just cut it to whatever length you want, and these already had the pieces sticking out, but what I usually do, if they're not sticking out, is on the cut end, I'll take my flathead screwdriver, stick it in there, and it pushes them further out. See? Like that. Grab your Kleins, grab the one you want, which I want the black, pull it out, there it is. Money in the bank. Now I need to get these two together back here before I get this in here at least started. Okay. Hold on. Now this is where I'm talking with a wire moving well too. Sorry. So that's where an electrician's job can be a pain in the ass, is when you got the old wire, you're working the old wire of a house and the shit's too short. Shit, my battery's low. It's alright though. I got my little thing, I'm not a cop, what? Yeah, 'cause I got all 20 amp circuits. You have to. It's not like you could back in the day put 14 switch like wire in on 20 amp. You have to, it all has to be at least number 12. So, there's that. One of my good wire nuts, like I told you. Put it in there. Now sometimes when they're real short, I'll show you. Like when I'm working and I can't get, the wires are really short on old wires, like in someone's receptacle or something like that. I'll show you what I usually do, because sometimes you can't get in there with the Klein. Now, some electricians will bitch at me, some will complain, some will talk shit, whatever. But if it's really short wire back there and I need to pigtail it or something like that, these are what I use. These are what they call push-ons. And I'll take this neutral right here and I'll show you how this works. Now there's some things called Wagos. They have a little switch, you open them up, you put the wire in, then you put the switch down and it bites onto the wire. Them are the best thing to use, but them are still hard to use in the back of a box like that when your wire's real short and it's only a single gang box and you're trying to stick your hand in there and get the wire. But what these do is you strip the wire and then you stick it in here like this and you put it in there. And now these you can pull these back apart later on, but you have to work them. But believe it or not, These are National Electric Code certified, whatever, I forgot what the name of it, NECA or whatever. You can use these. It's not against any codes or anything. So, you can use them. Just saying. But that's what I do sometimes. But I didn't have to do it. So this is my hot. These two are my switch legs. So, now, another question is you got to think smarter, especially when you're doing remodel stuff. You got to think smarter than everybody. So, if you, one of these is going to be the garage light, but inside, and the other one's going to be this light for in this room. You want the garage light switch leg, probably the first switch, because that's the one you just want to tap and keep going. And then you want the laundry room light right here. Boom. So you put them where you need them to go. Don't wire it upside down. So what? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it says on and off right on the switch. I don't even know where the hell that switch dropped to. Because I actually need to wire that back together. Because they need to use the garage light. So I actually need to put this back together. Just for now. Because if not, then they can't use the garage light. So I will wire that. Now, on a switch like this is the old switch. I'm just going to use it because it still works. But on a switch like this, I'm going to tell you how you do this wire. So you strip your wire, and on your strippers, you see these little holes right here. Watch that. Take it. You loop the wire like that. Yeah. Put the wire. Heather, you made me just look at that switch just to make sure I was doing it right. You know that, right? I do like that. I push the wire down like that a little bit with my strippers. Some electricians don't. But the key to it is, and I'll show you. The key to this is, look. The key to it is having that loop going the right way. Because when you tighten that loop, or when you tighten the screw, if you have that loop going the wrong way, it will push the loop out from underneath the screw. If you have the loop going the proper way, when you tighten the screw, the loop will tighten around underneath the screw like it's supposed to. Call the tech sucks ass, Jeff. Yeah, I bet. So, there's that. Put this back together. Now this wire right here that's sticking out, this wire right here that's sticking out, this is just a switch light for the upstairs light. So I'm just going to push, or for this laundry room light. So I'm just going to push that back in the box right now for now. I'm going to take this, put it back like that. Now, like I said, my contractor that's working this job, I don't suggest us doing this for anybody else. Put the screws back in the box. The guy that's working this job, that's going to be the only one working this job because the plumber's done. It's only him and his worker that's working it. They both know about electricity, so they're not going to get shocked. So I'm just going to push this back into the box like that and leave it hang. So that way when they mud, you know what I mean, they can mud and it's not they're not getting mud on screws that I have to take out. Mud and paint. So there's that. Now we're going to check our work. So back to the panel. Here's your electrical panel. Now, like I said, I did this panel. This is the panel I did. Jeff, if you're still watching, I don't know if you were in here when I showed this. But remember that big spider web of wires in the kitchen I showed you? Here's everything that I pulled over. This is all everything. Brought it down. Here's my panel. Bada boom, bada bing. So me personally, here's what I do. So here's our breaker. We just worked on the circuit. we think that everything's hooked up correctly because I did it. So I'm hoping that I did everything correct, which I'm almost positive I did. But just to be on the safe side, since I have this wall here, but always try to get onto one side or the other when you're setting a breaker. And always set it like that. Because it can, you just trust me, I don't even want to scare you. Just always set it like that. Don't have your face right up here in the panel or anything like that. Always get off to the side and push it. Okay, so it's set, it held. Now, let's check our work. It's set, it held. Switch on. Garage light on. Switch off. Garage light off. Guess what? We did it right. So that's how you do that. Now later on, I'm not going to stay on this damn live that long. But here in a few minutes or whatever, I'm going to take a break probably here for a few. But right up there, I'm just going to get my little 4 1/8 hole saw, put it on my drill, cut a hole, and then my wire's already up there. I just got to cut it and then put it in the hole and then put one of those blue boxes in. Done. No, it didn't. It did not blow up. But what'd you think about that panel, dude? What do you think about that panel? Pretty good job, right? Nice little runs coming down. Nice and orderly. Yeah, right? Not bad for a half-assed electrician, right? And I don't know, I mean, you guys, I did a live in this house, so I think you guys seen this, but right here is the outside electrical panel. So right on the other side of this wall is the outside electrical panel. And there was, in this kitchen, like above the cabinets, there was like a 1 foot by 1 foot fur down is what we called it. But they took it out so they could raise the ceiling back up to flat, right? Well, when they had them fur downs and they put them in the houses originally, the electricians, because they're lazy and all that, instead of going through the top plate of the studded wall, they just drop down through the fur down and come down the wall to the outlet. So, with the electrical panel here, all the main wires that go to the house were going up, and then they went in the fur down and they just went like this. And they weren't up in the walls. So instead of extending all the wire, which I would have had to extend just about every last one of them to get back into this panel, I would have had to pull them all up. I would have had to put them in a box, and I would have had to, put a junction there and then drop a new wire down for every circuit. So instead of doing that, I pulled all those circuits up into the attic, pulled them over to here, and then dropped them down there. And then I ran a big wire from here up and over, dropped it down, put a big breaker in here, in this panel out here, to run this panel over here. And that's how we did it. But if you remember, I think I did on that last, if you were in that last live that I was doing in this house, yeah, no problem. So if you were in that live on this last house, you've seen that all that wire was just here. Jeff seen it. I sent him pictures. We talked about it. Blah, blah, blah. So that's why. And this, Jeff, you were talking about a 3-way. So this is going to be a 3-way. I'm just waiting for him to take this piece of wood out, because that's where my switch box is going to go. He's got to take this piece of wood out for me, and I'm going to put this together. But I made this a 3-way. This was just a single switch that had just the hot. The hot was they had it junctioned in the attic, but I took it all out. And the hot was the white, and then the black was the switch leg. I took that out. So this is my hot side. This is now hot all the time the way it should be. Here's my travelers, which use 14.3 just as your travelers, but you can't use them on switch legs. It's weird. I don't know why. But then it comes over here. This box actually has a hot in it, but it's pushed in the back because it comes out, goes to an outlet. It's pushed in the back. So this is my switch leg here, this yellow. that goes to these lights up here that I put all the boxes in. And then there's my travelers. So that way when you walk in, cause right there's the front door. So when you walk in the front door, you know, and this is what I was telling people, like, this is what I was trying to tell you guys. So you got to think how you would want your house sort of set up, you know what I mean? Like, cause you don't just, if you just go at it, then you're going to do some, you know, and especially like I've had free reign to kind of figure everything out, and I'll show you guys myself on a lot of shit. So you come in the front door, you know, this is your hallway to your bedrooms over here. This is your living room. There's your fireplace and all that, right? So what you want to do is when you go to your kitchen, you're walking across here, you want to be able, now here's your kitchen, you start here. So you want to be able to flip the light on here, okay? Walk through your kitchen. Holy shit, I better go get my, hang on a second, guys. And then, you know, here's going to be the garage. You come in from the garage, you want to be able to shut it off, or if you're going out to the garage, whatever. So one side to the other side. Let me go grab my charging cord real quick. I gotta stick it in my battery pack. Are you guys there? Holy shit, did I lose my live? You guys give me a, yeah, am I still here? Am I back? Hello, back? In and out. All right, hang on. Yeah, I fucking won. I'm back. Yeah. So remember, my battery low light came on, or told me it was battery low. Yeah, well, you know, me, I didn't. It took me too long to go out there and get the cord, but now I got it hooked to one of my backup batteries or whatever you call them, you know, that I got wrapped around my monopod. So anyway, so I was talking about how you have the switch on one side, and it's like this living room. So I think I told you guys this before, like, cause that's, I think when I was here, I was showing you guys me putting those boxes in, whatever. So like that's like a short, see how it's got the flat wall there, and then it's got the short vault, and then see this wall is vaulted all the way down, okay? So being how I had to put those lights up so high, and they're gonna be 6-inch LEDs, round 6-inch LEDs coming down, he wanted me to originally put lights across this vault, okay? But I was like, no, dude, that's gonna be crazy, because you're gonna have these 4 lights, they're gonna be coming, and by the time they get from where they're at, they're gonna cover this whole area where I'm standing. So you put lights right up above here, and it's just gonna kinda, it's gonna defeat the purpose, because those LED lights, let me set this down. So those round LED lights, the light comes like this, from all, you know, in a circle. It's a circular, comes down. Them are so high up that that's gonna cover so much of this area, just one light. And there's 4 right there. So if I put 4 more on this side, it'd be, it would just, the light would clash. It would look so stupid. Dumb. It's gonna be plenty of light right there. That is a switch that I actually had to, so these 4 cans are gonna be off of this switch here. That I made this switch. The switch was never here. It's only gonna have a switch here, which is retarded as hell. So this room had no switches in it, no lights in it. It's got the ceiling fan. It had one light that, you see that cover right there? That cover, there was a light there that was for over top the fireplace. What they did to add that fan is they tied onto the wire, pushed the wire up there, and put a fan box there or whatever. But the switch for that is way over here by the fireplace. See it? Ain't that kind of dumb? It's weird, right? So, anywho, that's why I put that switch for the 4 cans there. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Toe, you said 4 cans. Fireplace in Texas, yeah. I mean, yeah. So you're talking about 4 cans, and you're probably wondering, what in the hell is that? Anybody in the chat know what that box would be for? I'll wait. Anybody? I want to say we got some. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna keep on. Let me see. Where you at? Oh, okay, there we go. I had to turn my other phone off. I had it over there on the windowsill and I hadn't even looked at it. And I was watching trying to watch the chat. Mr. NC Tyrant Hunter, thank you. You know what I'm talking about. I just looked at my phone. And if you don't want me to say nothing, I won't say nothing, but thanks, brother. Okay, yeah, so it said 6 people watched. It said 7 people were watching, and I just turned it off on this phone, so now it's only saying 6. But I was gonna say, looks like we might have some lurking people, so all you people lurking, what up? Anyways, anybody, ideas? What is that? What is that box? What is that lonely box right there by itself? What is that box? Heather, no clue. Farlap, no clue. There's 4 other people in here. Come on, some answers. I know Jeff will probably get it, so I hope he don't try to answer it, because he'll try to get it if he's still in here. No clue. No, it's an electrical box. That's electrical. It's one of them blue boxes, those blue circle boxes. Nobody else. Camera. Okay, there's one of the lurkers popped in, Les Paul. Welcome in. No, not a camera. It's actual electric. It's pure electric. Oh, you can put you up there higher, see? It's not a camera. Anybody else? Anybody else? 3 more people lurking in the chats. No? No, nothing? Okay. Here, I'm gonna give you a hint. How about this? It ties from there, it goes there, and it goes, we're in the hallway now, and it goes to there, and then it goes from there, this is the bedroom that we're going into, to there, and then it goes to that bedroom right there, boom. Then it comes back out into the hallway to another one in the hallway, right there, boom. And then it goes right there to that metal pancake box and ends. Now, winner, chicken dinner, Heather, that's it. Smoke alarms. Wired interconnecting smoke alarms. So the national code, they have to be interconnecting to where if one goes off, they all go off. So, and they don't have to be wired. Now see, that's a misconception I think that a lot of people get. They don't have to be wired. Kitty actually sells, and this is for any of you guys that live in older houses, because I know everybody lives in different parts of the country. And like in where I'm from in Ohio, houses are old. Like my parents' house is 100, it's over 100 years old. It's like 110 years old, so, or more even, I think. But I think it was built in like 1909. So it's like 12, 13 years, whatever. Anywho's. So if you have an old house and you don't want to wire or you can't wire, maybe you don't have an attic or whatever, or you can't wire. So Kitty actually makes, and you can look on Amazon or whatever you use, they actually make interconnecting wireless smoke alarms. And what you do, and they have that lithium battery in them, so they're supposed to last for like forever and a day or 10 years or whatever, blah, blah, blah. but they're all interconnecting, and what you do is you buy as many as you need, one for each bedroom. So the code is, at least our code is here, I think it's just Austin code or whatever, or Texas code, it may be national code, I'm not sure. I don't wanna be positive and quote me on this, but anyways, the way it is here, so you have to have one in a hallway by bedrooms, and there has to be one 6 foot from each bedroom. So that's why there's 2 in that hallway, cause that hallway's longer than 6 feet, and there's 3 bedroom doors. So I had to put at least 2. One of them, both of them are within 6 foot of the middle bedroom, but the other ones are on the end, okay? And those, here's also the code. The hallway ones have to be, they have to be combination. They have to be smoke and carbon monoxide. But you can buy these from Kitty, I'm telling you. You can buy a whole pack, and I would suggest buying, if you were gonna buy them, so, and you need one in each bedroom. Obviously, I put one there in this great room because this house is gas, this house has gas, and it has a fireplace right here. So you wanna at least have a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide. It ain't about the fire part or the smoke part, it's more about the carbon monoxide from the fireplace or the gas. That's why I put one there. You should always have one there. I think it is code to have one there. Now, misconception is everybody wants to put one in a fucking kitchen. Don't do that, please. You don't have to. You don't have to put a smoke alarm in the kitchen. Smoke alarm, anybody that cooks all the time, they'll know that a smoke alarm in the kitchen is gonna be a pain in the ass. Because sometimes you get smoke coming off of your food, even if you're not burning it. And it makes the fucking alarm go off, and it goes off all crazy, and you got waving towels at it, whatever, taking batteries out, whatever you're doing. But anywho's, get back to the interconnect. So, those, you can buy them, they're battery operated, they're wireless, they all interconnect. They're a little bit pricey, trust me, when you look them up, they're not gonna be cheap. So don't think you're gonna buy them and spend, $100 if you got a 3-bedroom house. You're gonna spend a couple bucks. You're gonna spend probably like $300 to do a 3-bedroom house. If you got a hallway that you need to have 2 in, whatever, but they're fucking awesome. You get them out, you set them all together like on a table, and you just hit the search. It tells you how to search, and you just hit the search, and they all find each other, and the lights just turn green. As they connect to each other, the lights will turn green on each one. Bloop, 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 bloop. And once they're all green, then that means they're all connected to each other. And then you just put them up like you would fire alarms in your house, and wherever in your house, put them up. And when one goes off, they all go off. Somebody just gave you a nip slip over here. I don't know if y'all seen it. But if, one goes off, they all go off, and it's great, especially if you have a house and you're worried about it. Heather, I suggested in your mom's house, for sure, because we know how your mom likes to cook in the kitchen and then forget that she's cooking. Hope she ain't around you when I said that. Yeah, you gotta have carbon. So anyways, I was gonna get back to that real quick. So my suggestion, I know, right? Like, damn contractors nip slipping me here and shit. Crazy, right? So, my suggestion is that if you do buy those interconnecting ones, don't try to buy just smokes for the bedroom and then combinations for the hallway. If you're gonna do it, just go big or go home. Buy combinations for the bedrooms, hallways, and that way you got carbon monoxide ones in the kids' bedrooms and whatever. You know what I mean? Because that's that silent killer, There, put my hat back on the right way. Because I am about done with this. And then I gotta go to another job. I'm starting another big project, another whole house, but on that one, they're taking and they're putting a whole level. They're taking off, the house is a 1 story now, and for more than half the house, they're taking the roof off and they're going up a story. They're putting all the bedrooms. It's gonna have a master downstairs and all the rest of the bedrooms are gonna be upstairs. Yeah, that's a big job, big project. I'll be there for a couple of weeks wiring that place. But it is what it is. You know, it's money. That's what it is. Yeah, work's starting to pick up. Praise God. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, work's starting to pick up. I ain't down in the dumps no more about work being slow and all that, so I'm good shape right now. I'm doing pretty good right now, so I feel good about it. Hopefully everything keeps going. I'm gonna say that, and then 6 months from now, when all these projects are done, then I ain't gonna have no work, and then I'm gonna be crying again like, holy shit, I'm only working 2 days a week, whatever. I'll be on YouTube begging for donations and shit. Cash app, cash app. People will be calling me an e-beggar. Next thing you know, they'll be calling me an e-beggar. Yeah, I'll be on YouTube telling everybody, oh, work slow, please. Donate the toe. Hey. Ow. Yeah, fuck them. I don't care. I don't care if they call me e-beggar, man. I don't e-beg. Look, I don't e-beg. I don't e-beg at all. Cash App or Nightbot drops my Cash App every 5 minutes or something like that. If you want to donate, any of those proceeds go to, will go to like paying for my StreamYards or anything like that. What up? Oh, look at you coming. Look, another Sparky gonna come in late. Came in late. You missed all the work, dude. I did all the work already. No, I'm not gonna beg. But, like I said, my Cash App does drop. Nightbot drops my Cash App. If you want to donate to it, you can donate to my Cash App, and that all goes to stuff for my channel. It doesn't go to like my bills or cigarettes or anything like that. It goes to the channel. It's gonna go for my StreamYards. It's gonna go if I need to buy a new mic or a new headset, or I need a hard drive. I need an external hard drive for my computer, because just all the videos that I'm putting on there and shit that I'm editing and stuff, man, my stuff is moving really, really slow. It's getting clogged up, so I gotta get an external hard drive and move some of my shit. So I'm working on that, about to get one of those. But that's what I'm saying, like stuff like that's gonna go all to my YouTube channel. It's not like this, what I do here, this pays my bills. This puts gas in my car, this, buys food, this pays the rent, this, you know what I mean? This pays for my, whatever, pays for the hookers, whatever. Hookers, the cocaine, and the Jack Daniels, that's what it pays for, No, I'm just playing, I don't do none of that. Well, hookers, but not Jack Daniels and cocaine, just saying. Clip that, trolls. Yeah, DMA, welcome in, Sparky. So DMA, if y'all don't know, DMA, his career job of choice is an electrician. So DMA, I was putting some can lights, or setting up for some can lights in this kitchen, the fake cans that I'm gonna put in. And then I'll show you what else I did since you're just showing up. So this switch was a single gang, and I made it a 2 gang, and right here's the switch like for the second switch that's gonna be in here. That switch is gonna be a light for inside this laundry room that I'm gonna cut the hole and put the wire. The wire's already up in the attic. I already fished it down, put it in the box and all that. But I took everybody step by step. I don't know why my mustache looks like that. Like there's a piece on my mustache that's sticking up that way. I don't know why. It's starting to bug the shit out of me if you keep seeing me go like that. Keeps making me like it looks like it's sticking up. But so that's what I showed everybody I was doing. Oh yeah, look, DMA, check this out, check this out. Look, I did all that. Look at that, look at that, look at that pretty panel. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, square D. Nice square D home line panel, look at that. Boy. Hell yeah. So yeah, that's all I was showing everybody. I was actually getting, I'm actually getting close to being, done with it all. What's up, Caucasian? Welcome in. Yeah, man. Yeah. It could be. But you got to remember, dude, a lot of that wire, look at that. A lot of that wire is old wire, dude. It could be a lot straighter. Yes. Could be a lot straighter. Yes. But a lot of this, like all this shit's all old wire. This black, this white, and this, now this Romex could be a little bit straighter, yes. But it's where it had to come from. As you can see, look. It's coming from all different directions up there. But as I was telling everybody, so that's the sub that I put in. All the regular panel, the outside panel is right there. All them wires went to that outside panel, but they were all, there was a fur down right here. And them wires were just hanging because they never put them in the top plate and brought them down to the panel, the outside panel. So I unhooked them from the outside panel, pulled them all up in the attic, took them all over there and put a sub panel in. It's the easiest thing to do. If not, I would have had to put a junction box up there, like a big junction box or a whole bunch of little ones, and took all that wire up to the attic, put it together, dropped it back down to the main panel, take it in the attic, junction it, put it back down, and that's just a pain in the ass, and you know that. Or it would be a pain in the ass, that's why I didn't do it. But holy shit, I've been live streaming this for 2 hours. Oh, that's a lot of editing. It's gonna take me a while to edit this video down. So, before I go, like I said, be careful. Always turn the power off, man, if you can. I always do if I can. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't avoid it. If you're not an electrician and you're not used to it and you're not, and you don't know what you're doing, don't fuck around. Turn the power off. If you can't, then don't fucking do it. Call an electrician, seriously, because it will fuck you up or kill you. Number two, like I told everybody at the beginning, I'm probably going to start a new channel. If I start this new channel, I already know the name, what I'm going to name it. I just got to do the email and start the channel. And I want to edit one of these videos down, cut all this talking to you guys really, a lot, some of the talking to you guys out, but you know what I mean, like talking direct people, because it's going to be like a to-do, how to do, I don't even know how to explain it. It's going to be like a DIY kind of deal, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be like talking to a live chat, because that kind of screws people up sometimes. So I'll edit a lot of this out and I'll make it a smaller video. But anyway, I already know the name of it, so I'm gonna get it together. Once I get it together, I'll start letting people I know, so they can start putting it out there and maybe get a couple subscribers. I don't care how many. I mean, you know what I mean? Like some of my friends that have been through here and watching this whole live, I'm sure you guys will be, subscribed to it, but I understand that people like DMA don't subscribe, you know what I mean? Like people that ain't even gonna watch the videos, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. If you're not gonna watch them, you're not gonna subscribe, I get it. So I'm not gonna be mad at a lot of I guess I'm saying I'm not gonna be mad at a lot of the 1A people if they don't subscribe to it. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, you'll subscribe because you're sparky too, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I won't be mad at some of the 1A people if they don't subscribe. So the people that are lurking around in the chat or whatever. But I'll put it out. I'm gonna name it "Light Up Your Life." That's gonna be the name of the channel. Light Up Your Life. That's my slogan. Heather, DMA, Jeff. Everybody all knows that. The slogan of That's the slogan to my business. My business slogan is, we light up your life. So I'm gonna name the channel Light Up Your Life, and it's gonna be about this kind of stuff. So, with that, 2 hours, 16 minutes, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, you guys. I gotta pack my tools up because I gotta move to another job, and I got all my tools strung out everywhere, so. If you don't subscribe, you're lame. But it's not ready yet, so I don't have a link, so just, I mean, I'll get it together. That's what part of this was for, was so I could get some content on film, edit it, and then have some videos, because I don't want to start the channel without actually having video. So, okay, so DMA's got a premiere. I know there's not a lot of people in here, 8 people watching, so 7 of them ain't DMA. He's got a premiere in 5 minutes. Everybody go check out Denver Metro Audits. If you don't have the link, Heather just dropped the link. Check out my boy Denver Metro Audits out here doing it big with Regan Benson and his honey, sweet tea. They out there doing it big out there in Colorado, so I'm out this bitch, y'all. Toodles.